for any for a hanum Ghana politics avenue so dan da send here na political trending news the echo and the eba and the Japanese mo ya bedra for any for na ene your call political highway so no in semibre ene ya so akote Sedinam Tamarkloe honsensem ena ya de bre mo ya bedra for any for right now no yenya ntie the last time I did betu dry the bre mo ye chim bi say Sedinam Tamarkloe no NDC for and I say sisi no ye every prisoner or no ho atono na CTV camera a capture ngophobia top journalist for bi so e dey abeto dwo muchim bi say Sedinam Tamarkloe na ye no the top NPP gurus no the likes of Apinormakins the likes of Napo Mahamadu Baumia and ngophobia akohie ma omuchim bi so omukoyi sika pipridie e dey abaye demonstration e dey etia NDC amamoko achimachim be say how wicked they are and they will never ever get a Ken Ofori at the episode for members of Mom Bravo so mommy and Conin Cotin sem I call so hanum Ghana politics avenue so like you made in the share amount and so inside into me and Kevin didn't be here my crown
information on political ideas, social and economic programs of a national character and sponsor candidates for elections to any public office other than the district assembly. Understand? The way they have handled, and in fact, largely most of the political, is as if their sole duty is just to sponsor what's called candidates. But if you understand that the only way in which we can sustain democracy is by building the right political culture, they understand that the political parties have a huge role beyond just sponsoring candidates. Have a huge role, and that in how you disseminate information, it must have the national interest at heart. Now, the question I'm saying is that the NPP has a spirit, and that spirit chooses their leaders. Now, because their spirit isn't one that has the national interest at heart, they can choose Abonye DC. Okay. They can choose Abonye DC, even though he's flouting the very thing Fifi is saying, because it's the spirit of the party that chose him. But having said that, I'm saying there are some of the patterns that are positive, because it's not in anybody's interest to see NPP dying. We want as many political parties as possible to be strong, because ultimately, the focus of why we ought to be doing our politics is to build a strong state and to create a system where we can create virtuous men. You understand? So it is not that's why I say that, in my opinion, the choice of the Greater Accra regional chairman for me is the most positive thing in this election. And let's see how it goes. I pray that he has the conviction, the courage of conviction to impact the region, the matter I believe he can.
All right, let me come to you now, Koti. What are your general impressions, and what do the various winners in the various regions mean for the NPP going into 2028?
Well, now thanks once again, and very good morning to my co-panelists and to the good people of Ghana. In fact, what we observed over the weekend was not a contest of ideas, not at all.
What was it?
It was a machine building exercise.
A machine building exercise?
For 2028. And the machine was already established by the election of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia as the candidate. So now the regional elections can be comparable to a car chassis. We are only looking forward to see 3rd October if the car will start. Why do I say this? You see, the sins of the NPP started when they twisted the constitution to elect the flag bearer first. And we all are privy to situations where burden from top, bottom always bring challenges. So if you look at these elections, the enthusiasm was low. So that's why we didn't witness any form of violence, because people were like, you have to be whipped on the line. That's why Dr. Baumia himself said, people use his name. Is that not it? If they hadn't elected Dr. Baumia first, and they had started the bottom-up approach, that is where the enthusiasm would have been higher. You would have whipped the grassroots and energized the grassroots per the competitors who are looking to lead the party. That is why you talk about the spirit. The spirit starts from the grassroots to the top.
Exactly.
But when you kill the spirit at the top and turn around to rejuvenate that spirit from the bottom, the enthusiasm automatically will be low. And that is precisely what we witnessed. Look,
the enthusiasm was low during this election.
The competitiveness.
How do you come to that conclusion?
Compare. Look, excuse me. Look, let's compare these elections to other elections that have happened in the past. Because there was nothing really at stake. Because the presidential candidate is already known. So you have to go by the whims and caprices of the presidential candidate. That is why we witnessed what happened in Kumasi when my good brother Kokofu, because I was on the same platform with him on UTV, he told me personally he was going for general secretary. And all of a sudden he somersaulted for regional chairmanship.
He can change his mind.
Because the machineries behind Dr. Mahama felt that Coker was not a loyalist.
Yeah.
So they wanted a loyalist.
You know this how?
Oh, but who is the chief of staff to Dr. Mahama? Who is the chief of staff to Dr. Mahama? Is it not Chief Mensa Boso? He granted an interview. It's not Emmanuel Cotin saying it. Yeah. They should be thankful to Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. He saved the situation. If he hadn't gone on the back of Coker, now Coker has won, what would have been done? And look at the political maturity he showed. He still went to Kokofu's house to tell him the elections are over. We need to win elections. These are how political leadership should be all about. It should be about the interests of the party and not personal interests. Look, Jeff.
Yeah.
Another fantastic guy. And there was no way Jeff could lose Eastern Region when Brian is the governor of Eastern Region. And in the Eastern Region, too, the same agenda went, and Jeff prevailed. Are you building the unity we are talking about? In Greater Accra, it's just that Okoboy, like you said, is a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
He was not also planning to be chairman. It's last minute he went.
No, Okoboy.
Oh, he never planted.
No,
he never. When did Okoboy start his campaign? 3 months ago.
No, I got to know of
3 months ago.
Intention way back, because after losing the seat, Okoboy said that he had done his part in parliament. He was interested in doing something else in politics, and he had decided, of course, as to when he will declare his intention publicly. At least I am in the party, I have engaged him, and I know his intention is not something that came 3 months ago. Okoboy has always said that he wanted to be the national regional chairman.
Granted. So let's look at the election of Abronye. Abronye will sit on TV, insult party leadership. The same since you accused Kennedy Agyapong of. And I have intel that they are planning to sack Kennedy Agyapong from the NPP. Yet you go ahead, right? And you elect Abronye because Abronye is a loyalist. What are we really building? Look, do you take a losing team or you retain a winning team? These are the regional chairmen. These are some of the executives who led this party to an abysmal 41% in the last elections. From Northeast, Northern, where have you? It's only a few places that the incumbents didn't go. Even look at Savannah. The chairman won by just 4 votes. Just 4. And I'll tell you why. Because the candidate they brought was Dr. Baumia's loyalist. And the incumbent had to fight tooth and nail to win by 4 votes. Are you building unity? Look, we need a strong opposition party. Let the unity processes be in deed and not in words. After the presidential primaries, look at the fallout. Where is the unity? Everybody is clamoring around Dr. Bawumia to catch Dr. Bawumia's face and favor. But you are the rare enemies of Dr. Bawumia, and I'm not apologetic anywhere to say this.
Who are the real enemies?
Those around him. Those around him.
Why?
You know the demonstration you referenced?
Yeah.
I had cause to say that, look, you don't want Bawumia to be president because there was no need to go or embark on that demonstration. What was really the need for that demonstration? The things you were accusing this government of, didn't it happen in the last 8 years? Even worse. People wanted to go on demonstrations, you go to court to place injunction. The precinct of the presidential, the Jubilee House was a security zone. But you were able to walk freely, do an incident-free demonstration, yet you say that this democracy is under attack.
Yeah.
You know what you are doing to international investors? You are scaring them away. You want to run away from accountability. Yeah. And you are setting the minds of Ghanaians that when you are called to account for your stewardship is political prosecution.
Yeah. That's not what.
And the truth of the matter is that we shall resist all those things. Look, Ora must work.
Yeah, Ora work.
Ora must work. And if NDC there and leave Ora, some of us will come openly and campaign seriously against the party. Why? Abana, I'm from a less privileged society. I'm from Saboba. The road to Saboba is a mess. Our mothers travel a lot of distance to carry water in the 21st century. Children are studying under trees. Someone gets a political appointment and is a millionaire. He's doing projects. And we don't question the salary regimes of the person. I always say that, look, it's not easy to fight. It's not too difficult to fight corruption in this country. Lifestyle audit is all it takes. So when I see some of these things happening, look, we are doing a counter demonstration. It's coming soon. Democracy is in progress.
Who's we?
Myself, Solomon, Usuebo, Bachman, and my good friend here. We are going to embark on a demonstration. It's going to come. You will see it.
And what is it called?
Democracy in progress. We are fixing the mess they created. Okay. This government is fixing the mess they created.
Okay.
So you see, this election generally.
Yeah.
I don't think NPP is poised for power. If indeed NPP was poised for power, they would have done certain things right. Look, I will speak for Northern region where I come from.
Okay, please land for me.
The constituency elections, what did the constitution of the NPP say? You must elect members within the polling station to elect their representatives. In Saboba, did that happen? No. They created an album because they wanted somebody to be chairman. Yeah. And look, this is the uncomfortable truth we always run away from. Our politics is ethnic based, whether we like it or not. That's why it's difficult for the NPP to win votes in the Volta region, and it's difficult for the NDC to win votes in the Ashanti region.
That is turning, you know.
It's turning, yes. It's a positive thing for this country. You see, when they demarcated the regions and divided many of the regions, Northeast was carved out, and Mampreshis had the majority there. Savannah was carved out for the Gunjes, and the northern region remained for the Dagombes and the Kunkumbes. Now, Elikim, when you wanted to win power, you wanted the Kukumba votes. Against all odds, Haruna, Honorable Haruna, strategic as he is, he brought a Kunkumba as the regional chairman. Did they deliver the votes in the Kunkumba areas or they didn't? They won all the Kunkumba areas except Bimbila and Kwanda. Even Kwanda was contentious, he went to court. It's just that because of the too many MPs you have, you didn't show interest in pursuing it. Now, look at the scenario I'm going to create. I don't want anybody to tag me as a tribalist. No.
Okay.
It's an uncomfortable truth we must confront as a country. Samba is a Mampreshi. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a Mampreshi. You see the line?
Yeah.
Samba is a two-term national chairman of the Northern region.
Regional chairman.
Chairman. 2 terms. So. Under his tenure, since that Buri Nabo gave it to him, it came down. Yet the mentioner of Dr. Bawumia made sure that Samba won the seat in Tamale, what do you think the Gombes and Kunkumbes would do? You think they will vote? Let's be honest. Because a time has come, we must confront the comfortable truth. And they are creating a lot of mess in the northern region. Ask me why. Why did Nuru win against Lawyer Serbian in the northeast? Because Serbian is from where?
Okay. I want
the Kumba side. And Nuru is a Mampushi.
Please land for
so
me.
all these things play, and we must make sure that we tackle all these things and deal with it holistically.
Okay, please land
if
for me.
really we want power.
I know that you said not to tag you
a tribalist, but it's an uncomfortable truth.
It is quite uncomfortable, especially if we cannot back it up. We cannot.
I can back it up.
Until then,
I can
until
prove
then,
it. It's ours, and I'm prepared anyway.
Yes, we have your words.
No, I'm backing it. I'm giving you examples.
Okay.
I'm from the north.
All right.
And I'm not running away from it.
All right.
Anybody can take me anywhere, right?
All right.
I will back those things out with evidence.
All right.
And it's out of abundance of, when I was coming here, a lot of people call me that, Emmanuel, if you can do this for us. I'm not alone in this.
All right. I know you want to respond to a lot of the things that he has said. Okay, you go on.
Okay, so let me state that tribalism must not be encouraged in any form in our politics. We are all Ghanaians. The constitution stipulates who can contest for which position anywhere in our country. Even if you have some perception, what you need, allow. What you need to do is rather discourage things that divide us as a people. We should rather seek to work on things that bring us together as a people instead of rather finding things that divide us. And for me, I think that is not the way to go. So allow me to proceed. Allow me to proceed.
I hold.
Allow him to land. Yeah.
So if you do not hold that view, and if you accept that that view is one that divides us, we must not even encourage it. No, we must not. We must not encourage it. We should rather find a way of putting it off the radar, such that we do not. You see, the more you, this is a national television, the more you engage in that conversation, the more you are finding it, the more you are drawing attention to it, and it is not good. We must not encourage it. You know what? Your party, the NDC, go to Ashanti region. There are people who have also raised concern about the fact that upon winning power, majority of the MMDCs are people who are not from the Ashanti region, who have been appointed. Should that be the conversation? So I think that we need to be careful when you bring, and that is even appointed position. So the president has the discretion to choose people from the region to represent them. This is an elective position. It is at the discretion of the people who are voting. So for the people to decide that these are the people we seek to serve us, then you should not even bring that conversation. But let me proceed. Alekem talked about the fact that we, yes, you,
no,
so
let him finish.
So let me finish. Then you have the right to rebut. Yeah. That's fine. The NPP lost. We did not get a parliamentary candidate in 9 regions. That's not accurate. It was all 4: Volta, Uti, Upper East, and Upper West. So that's 4. Let me proceed. There's the conversation about Dr. Bawumia and people around Dr. Bawumia determining who wins. It's not the case. Because the conversation is that, oh, Dr. Bawumia was supporting Kukufu. Did Kukufu win? That is not correct. We are all aware that Jeff supported Brian. Jeff has been elected as the chairman of the Eastern region. The party people will weigh at every point in time, will weigh the people who have offered themselves to serve the party.
Nyankopon o show bibia o jebre ehwe adwumadewe dan da se ne no political trending news bia de enso form ene so wiem ne de abramo abetwafo ene yetifo ha ene mbre emam kwan se memfa munsi makra obibia de obibia so ase.